Hello guys, welcome back to my channel AWS with Vim, and here I am with one more way using which you can recover access to your Linux EC2 instance in case you lose your private key. So in this we'll be using a service called AWS Systems Manager, which is called as SSM, stands for Systems Manager. Now, before we dive into the recovery process, there are important points which you need to understand when you are trying to recover via SSM. So you need to remember these points. Now, first of all, SSM agent must be present on your EC2 instance. If it's not already installed, if it is not present, then you won't be able to use this method. You need to follow the other methods for which I have already uploaded the video. So if you want to check out those videos, check the description panel or the suggestions coming on your screen right now. If you already have it, then you're good to go with. Second point you need to remember, if you already have your workloads or your server running on Amazon Linux, Linux 2, Ubuntu 16.04 or Ubuntu 18.04, then you're good to go. You don't need to install SSM explicitly. They are pre-installed on these AMIs and even on Amazon ECS optimized AMI. All right, with all these information, now let's get started. So here I am within my AWS EC2 console. I have my VM as usual. I've named it Lost VM because I don't have access to it. I'm unable to SSH into it. Now, just to add few more advantages of accessing your EC2 via SSM is that you don't even need to open port 22. This is one of the very big advantage if you don't want to just open your port 22, but you still want to have remote access of your EC2 machine. So you can do that via SSM, but make sure you have SSM agent installed or you're using any one of the AMI which has SSM agent pre-installed like Amazon Linux or Amazon Linux 2 or Ubuntu version 16.04 or 18.04, or if you are running your containers your containers using the Amazon ECS optimized node AMI. All right, so I'll just prove you that I don't have SSH key attached to this EC2 instance, and I don't even have port 22 open at my security group level. So if I just scroll down, you will see I don't have any key pair attached, and I'll just scroll up. I'll click on the security tab where I have my security groups attached. And if you see the inbound rules here, it is all port range, all protocols, but within the security group. So this is the default security group, which is available within every VPC, which allows traffic within the security group itself. So that means no one can access my VM from outside of this VPC. Great. So now I'm unable to access or I'm unable to remote access or SSH into my machine. So now let's get started and let's see how we can access it via Systems Manager SSM service. So to do that, we need to attach an IAM role to our EC2 instance. So if you already have an IAM role attached, you can skip the process of creating an IAM role and you can join me when I'm creating the IAM policy and attaching it to my role. So using the services dropdown, I'll just open IAM in a new tab. I'll click on roles using the left panel. Then I'll click on create role. I'll select EC2 under choose a use case because I need to attach my IAM role to EC2 instance. Under permissions, now here comes the policy part. So if you already have a role existing, so you use that role and you attach the following policy, which is managed instance code. So the policy name is Amazon SSM managed instance code. So just attach this policy to your existing role. If not, create a new role and attach this policy. I'll just give it a name, say EC2 SSM role, and I'll create it. So my role has been created. I'll switch back to Instances tab. I'll click on Actions by making sure I have selected my lost VM. And I'll go to Instance Settings and I'll click on Modify IAM Role. Here, I'll select the EC2 SSM role, which I just created, and I'll click on Save. So the IAM role has now been attached. I'll just confirm it by clicking on the Security tab, and I can see the IAM role is now attached. What I now need to do is, again, make sure I have selected my lost VM. I'll click on Actions. I'll click on the Connect link, and I'll use the second tab, which says Session Manager. Now, even if you see this error where it says we weren't able to connect to an EC2 instance, no need to panic. Just cancel the process. Just stop your instance and start it back. This will resolve the issue. But if you don't, you can skip when we are reaching to that part where we'll be actually accessing the machine via SSM. So I'll just wait for this EC2 machine to stop. It is. I'll again select it. We'll go to Actions, Instance State, and I'll start it back. Now it's just gonna take a few minutes. All right, so my EC2 instance is now in running state. I'll just refresh it once. Okay, I'll select my lost VM. I'll go to Actions, Connect, Session Manager tab, and now you'll see your Connect button is enabled. If you still see that error, just give it a few more seconds to a couple of more minutes and then try again. Now let's click on Connect button. And voila, there we go. We have access to our EC2 machine without having port 22 open. I'll just terminate the session and I'm back in my EC2 console. So this was one of the multiple ways using which you can recover your EC2 instance. To check out other ways, use the video card which is displayed on your screen or have a look at the description panel. And as usual, please don't forget to terminate your VM so that you don't incur any charge. Great. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you find this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss out on future videos.